Can we get a place in the back for this thing? Okay. 3, 2, 1. But of course, we are there to tell people about Jesus. And every year, hundreds of kids come to Christ at our camps. We have over 270 now running in 41 leagues across North America. I don't know if you remember Tim Tebow, but he used to wear eye black. It had John 3:16 under his eye. And so I just did a chapel called John 3:16, What's Up with Tim Tebow? And I said to the players, do any of you know what that means on his eye block? And he was stone silent. And so I took one of our New Testaments and I turned to John 3:16 and I showed them that, and I read the verse, and of course we talked about it, explained the verse. But one of the guys who now, a French-Canadian kid who now plays, he's not, doesn't play, he plays in the NHL but not with Montreal. He crossed his arms, he looked at me, and he said, do you think anyone else knows this? Do you think anyone else knows this? Canadian kid, never had a Bible, had no idea how the Bible worked, and we have the privilege of taking the good news of Jesus to them. So thank you. And a Baptist doesn't need to tell a Pentecostal about the importance of the Spirit. And that's all we got. We only have the power of the Spirit to go in.
I hope to challenge you with a fresh perspective on being part of God's team. And we take this theme every year on Super Bowl Sunday. And God said, I'm going to use this one, and I've got a job for that one. And I thought, what would Hebrews chapter 11 look like if we read it as a like a player introduction? And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the alumni, all-time, all-star, first team starting lineup for your Hebrews 11 team of faith. These were commended for their faith. Faith being the confidence in what we hope for and the assurance about what we do not see. First, he was born not far from Eden. He was known for his sparkling serve. In fact, he served up a much better offering than his brother Cain. He always brought his best, and his sacrifices were a sweet offering to God. He knew how to walk the baseline with a humble authority, but one day his bad boy brother took him down with an overhead smash that permanently ended his pro career. By faith he was commended as righteous, and though his game was cut short prematurely, by faith his life still speaks. As old as dirt itself, ladies and gentlemen, Abel! This next all-star got his kicks way back in Genesis. He was the originator of the expression, never say die, because he never died. He was commended as one who pleased God, and God took him. All that was left was his cleats. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Enoch. Next up, this man rallied his small team to pull off one of the biggest surprises in history. Experts today still marvel at his accomplishments. When warned about things not yet seen, in holy fear he built an amazing franchise that cruised high above the competition and closed the door on all rivals. By faith he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness that is in keeping with faith. He is known as the inventor of the 2x2 strategy and was the very first bringer of rain. Please welcome Noah! And now, originally from Ur of the Chaldees, his first home run was when he made the move to Canaan. He was a pitcher, pitching his tent in a place he would later receive as his inheritance. He was looking forward to the city with foundations, whose architect and builder is God. He invented the sacrifice bunt, that when God tested him, he bunted his son Isaac on the head and placed him on the altar, only to have God call in a surprise pinch runner at the last minute. At the last minute, there it is. This man reasoned that even God could raise the dead. And in one of the biggest comebacks in history, he and Isaac came back down from the mountain. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Abraham! Next, by faith, she did the unthinkable in the twilight years of her career. She was a renowned marathoner who had not seen victory in 90 years. But she considered him faithful. She considered him faithful who had made the promise. She was part of the team from whom came descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as countless as the sand on the seashore. It's no laughing matter that she made this list. The ageless wonder, the mother to a nation, and a pillar of faith, it's Sarah. And now, straight out of the Sinai Peninsula, he knew his way around a basket from a young age. He grew up playing on the courts of Pharaoh, but he switched to Goshen in the prime of his career. Though he was not much of a sports spokesman, he was always a straight shooter, and he had no fear walking into opponents' courts. In a showdown with the best that Egypt had to offer, he won 10-0. All because he was a man who walked in faith. His most decisive victory was at the Red Sea. The Egyptians were all washed up, and it was sudden death, game over. But for the Israelites, they marched on to claim the prize. He was always looking ahead to the reward, and he will forever be remembered for the rally cry, "Let my people go." He also invented the phrase, "Take 2 tablets and call me in the morning." Ladies and gentlemen, it's Moses! And finally, a graduate of the School of Hard Knocks. She grew up on the wrong side of the tracks in a rough and tumble city called Jericho. She was the Bible's original bad girl. Give her a pair of skates and a hockey stick, she could cross-check her way out of just about anything. But she became a free agent and signed on with the Israelites. And because of her faith, she assisted on the lineage and ancestry of the coming Messiah. It's Rahab! These were heroes, and the world was not worthy of them. They're gone now. They did their part. They finished the race, but there's still a battle to be won. The decision hangs in the balance, but it won't be Moses, or Abraham, or Rahab, or Samson. God's not calling on them this time. He's looking for you, and you, and you. Who will go to this broken world? Who will join God's team? Who is willing to fight to the finish? Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? Who's willing to work hard and pray harder? Have you got what it takes to join the team of faith? No superstars, no prima donnas, just people willing to show up but never give up. People who know the power of love is the best weapon we've got. People who are willing to stand up and say, I will go, I will go, I will serve, I will take my place on that team. If that's you, stand to your feet and say, here am I, send me.